What's up folks, my name is Felix. Welcome back to a new video where we're going to talk about Carol Finance, a bonding protocol on the Base network, which is very well known in this high-risk DeFi space and a lot of people are talking about it. In this video, we want to take a look at how the model here in this case is structured, how the whole project is working, and I want to mention some concerns I have regarding this project and want to project in the future what will probably happen with it. So without further ado, we want to get right into it and take a look what Carol Finance is all about. This project launched around 2 months ago on the 11th or 12th of September, depends on which time zone you live. And you can already see the token chart down here. It did very well. It made a price appreciation of over 50%. If we measure it from the beginning until now, it should be around 50 to 55%. And in the beginning, this was not getting that much traction. A lot of people were waiting how everything is playing out. And close to the end of the first bonding period, which was after 30 days, this got a lot more traction. A lot more people were talking about it, and the liquidity now rose day by day. So what you do here is pretty easy to understand. You get ETH on the Base network, purchase Carol token and bond them for at least 30 days. They will also have a 20 days bonding period in the future. And then you jump over to the stake page and stake your bond and get a base percentage of 2% daily. There are also additional bonuses you can get to increase your daily ROI. For example, if you were one of the early ones in this protocol, you were profiting a lot from the liquidity bonus. So for every 25 Ethereum which was added to the liquidity pool, your daily yield rose by 0.1% daily. The next one here is the so-called hold bonus. So for every day you are not claiming your rewards, so you can compound them, that doesn't matter, but you shouldn't claim it, you get an additional hold bonus of 0.05%. And the third one is the so-called personal bonus. So for every 1 ETH you add to the bonding or protocol liquidity, you will receive an extra 0.1%. Of course, all of those bonuses are capped at some point, but this should give you a better picture on how the earning model here in this case is structured, and that you can get very fast to a very high daily income in this project, and that it might be very addicting for some people to see the bonuses grow, and that again incentivizes to compound your earnings even further, grow your bags, because you get more and more every single day. What you should also pay attention to is that for every rebonding you do, so you get rewarded in Carol token and you need additional ETH to create a new bond, so to compound your earnings in this protocol, and that of course incentivizes to put in fresh liquidity. Despite this fact, from what prevents this protocol to get massively exploited through the compounding bonuses here is the maximum ROI of 150%. That's a mechanic the team built in to prevent this from happening. So what will be coming to Carol Finance is also important. If we jump into their roadmap, we can see that they launched again at the mid of September. They had their official launch over there, and now they had a lot of marketing ongoing, still have. And in the first quarter of 2024, they are planning to have their own DEX with a lot of unique rewards for pair creators. They will have tools for market making, as they state here, and it will support the liquidity of the Carol Finance protocol. The question now I want to throw in this room is, are we even getting to this point? Because now I wanted to mention my concerns. And the first concern is obviously the incentives here for holding and compounding your earnings, because the bags of the people, especially for the early ones and the big bags, get bigger and bigger, and they get daily bonuses, daily incomes of 4, 5, maybe even 6%, which would mean that there are already pretty big bags after a time period of 2 or 3, maybe just 4 months, because people are earning that much. My next concern is their incentive program, because you can get referral rewards of up to 20%. Of course, this is quite ambitious because you need 1,500 ETH in referral rewards for that, but you can get easily to those 15 Ethereum, which is 30k, or to those 7%, which is roughly 10k to the current price of Ethereum. They're not even hitting the smart contract. There's no bonding period for it. They get straight sent to the wallet of the referrer. The next thing I wanted to mention here, which is the biggest concern, is the competition. I already spoke about it in my video, which I uploaded 2 days ago. That's with this video right here, where I covered it in the Alpha 365 section, because the Alpha 365 team will launch a fork of Carol on the Binance Smart Chain, which you can see in the screenshots over here. And if we scroll through the chat, they did another leak. They called it BSC Carol or BS Carol, where you have basically the same functions. The dashboard is looking very similar. And if we scroll even further, you can also see that the team just announced, so Tony here in this case, soon we're gonna announce all. And not only Alpha 365 wants to fork it, no, also Digital Bay, which I also covered here on my YouTube channel a few days ago. This was this video right here. They did a community vote what should be their next step in their ecosystem. And the majority of their community, so 72%, voted for a Carol Finance protocol also on the Binance Smart Chain. And that's why they announced over here, as well as in their recent AMA, that they will have the new dApp ready within the next 2 to 3 weeks and launch a Carol protocol fork on the Binance Smart Chain. And this all, of course, takes away market share and liquidity. And that's a problem for projects like Carol Finance, because they are reliable on new investment. If no fresh liquidity is coming in and people are taking their profits, the liquidity of the protocol will run dry sooner or later. And that's why they now announced their own Carol protocol on the Binance Smart Chain. You can see that here. The exact details haven't been announced yet. If it will also be ETH on the Binance Smart Chain, which you will bond your Carol tokens with, I think it will be BNB, but they already announced the launch date, which will already be tomorrow. Once you see that video on November 14th at 5 p.m. UTC. So from my perspective, what they are trying to do here, they want to front run the other protocols which want to fork them on Binance Smart Chain to get the majority of the liquidity, which would otherwise go to these other protocols. And most of the time, that's at least what the past teached us, is if you go cross-chain. And that's a concerning thing because you spread the liquidity over 2 chains. A good thing might be that there comes fresh liquidity from another chain. Not everyone is already familiar with Base, as it is just up for 3.5 months, but everyone who is in this space right now should know Binance Smart Chain and have some liquidity over there. Might be stablecoins, might be BNB, which they might be willing to put into the Binance Smart Chain version of Carol. So to summarize my points here in the end, in no way I want to discredit the success of Carol Finance in terms of growth over the last 2 months since this project started. It got a lot of traction, a lot of people on YouTube are talking about it. As you can see here, there is a lot of coverage. And of course, a lot of people are earning from it. But as it is just money in, money out, there is no external revenue stream. And the refer program additionally removes a lot of liquidity, which could be paid out to people. This is always a thing to be cautious about, because once the big players, the early ones, cash out, there will basically be at some point a cascade event where the whole liquidity gets removed because everyone is selling his bond, removing the liquidity. And even if the markets go down and people see ETH price is going down, as we see currently, a little reset here in many altcoins, also in Ethereum, because people want to, of course, get the higher Ethereum prices once they sell their bond. So these are all points which you should put in consideration. I just want to mention them because I see a lot of people losing in Carol Finance, which are inexperienced with such kind of projects. If you have questions or want to share your opinion about everything, feel free to drop it down in the comment section. If you liked today's video, it would be great if you can hit the like button. And if you don't want to miss future content on such kind of topics, feel free to subscribe because I release videos almost on a daily basis. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.